Hello everyone, I'm Havoc, and this is Factorio Space Exploration Plus. Now, last time we had just got up into space and just started making chemical gel and realized that we were out of water and a few other things that were going to really cruise us along. So I have prepared a rocket here, and it's got a little bit of water in it, just a few barrels here and there. And we're going to take that up into space. Oh, also, you'll hear that. I have this automatically launching rockets. We've sent 20 satellites into space. This will be 21 here momentarily. I'm actually going to pause that while we're not here. But this will discover yet another new body, celestial body, or an orbit, or who knows what. There she goes. And what do we find? A moon. But you'll see now we have a lot here. I'm just expanding it, finding new things. That was this moon right here, which has cryonite, lots of it, and a little bit of beryl too, which is nice. And we will eventually start visiting those planets. But for today, like I said, I want to work on the rocket science packs. That's what we were working towards last episode. So we're going to take our wonderful rocket full of stuff and go up into orbit. And when we get up there, I'm going to offload all of the water barrels so they can start processing quickly. We also have science there, science packs that we need to store, but I need to do a little bit of organizing. You might have noticed that included in the package here. Oh, I'm suffocating. Quickly. There we go. Yeah, don't forget to do that. Put your proper armor on, your thruster armor, because if you sit there for too long, you will suffocate and die. I very rapidly swapped out my armor there. But I have been making space science laboratories up here so that we can change things up a little bit. In that instead of just having one of these down, oh yes, that's right, there's a lot of science packs in here. We're going to put down several and have them fed down a line. Now, we don't have a whole lot of room from this one pylon to do stuff, but what I can do is grab some of the space platforms that I have, and that is way too big. We're going to reduce that some. And I can put regular power poles up here, correct? Yes, so I can put substations down and then just have them linked back to this. How far? That will reach really far, so that's good. What I'm going to do in that case is put one right there, and that will allow me to set up these science labs, and we can put all of those random ingredients back up now. But we're going to take these science labs and set them out so that we are utilizing all of them. And I'm going to do that right along here, but I don't want to start right there. I want to start right here. And we're just going to come down far enough to get all 6 of these, well, 7 because there was one originally, in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to come down the back side of them and run substations. And that only reaches one tile over, so we'll have to think about how we're going to get all the different sign packs in here. In fact, I don't like doing it on the back side. That's not going to be conducive because I need to put in here a lot of different science packs, which means I'm going to have to utilize a lot of different belts. I'm not sure I'll put that one just yet. So we're going to need to do something along the lines of, actually, I'll do it like I did the setup down here, and I have brought space belts up here. Good. And I'm going to need space undergrounds right here, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run right down through here. I'm going to need 3 belts. Right? And one of those belts is going to run all the way until it reaches these double long-handed inserters. So we will do like that. I'll go ahead and set this up like there will be another one beside this. I may end up crafting yet another item here. And so this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we need to do something even slightly different than this, in that I need, because I have how many different, I mean, this is going to have a crazy amount of different science packs eventually. We may end up utilizing both sides of this. I think that's what we're going to have to do here, because we're going to end up with a lot of different science. This is the first time I've done this. We're now, as far as I've ever gone in space exploration, so I am completely out of my water, out of my element. I'm not sure what to do at this point. And so it's going to be a little bit of testing and figuring things out here. But like I said, what I'm going to do is utilize both sides of this. So I'm going to need 3 belts down this side, 3 belts down this side. And then in order to power this, we are going to drop I'm also thinking about beacons, because oh, can you even put a beacon down up here? No, you cannot. Okay. So beacons aren't a big they're no longer a concern. We are going to just power this and put the next one down, and then figure out I can power, put another one down, run another power pole there, put another one down. Okay, this is going to make this a little bit longer, so it's a good thing I have some extra. And they put it all down there. That's perfect. I have more over here, though. That's exactly what I wanted you to do, game. I'm glad you knew that. Sarcasm. Okay, yeah, because I need to put one more down there. So I have more of this right here. Okay, that's all powered. We are going to do something a little bit different. Since they all require productivity modules, did I bring enough? Ooh. Okay, just barely. And we're going to fill them completely with productivity modules, no speed modules in them, because if you need more speed, make more science labs. You know, we're trying to use productivity modules to conserve the amount of science packs we actually have to make. So now what we need to do is something along the lines of this. Whoop. Trying to think of how this would look best. And it would probably look best if I do it like that and then have these doubled up. There's a lot of space between them now. And I want to make sure that I am placing things wisely. So we're going to jump from here as far as we can for that one. And then the rest of these are just going to go right underneath the first tier of long-handed inserters. And then fill this in. And we will be good to go for one side. So now we just need to set up requester chests that dump onto one side of each of these belts. So this one, as soon as we clear right here, I can put a couple of requester chests down for the inner belt, and we will simply go underneath as far as we can. These space underground belts are very short. It's one longer than a normal yellow underground, which is strange. Okay, and then I want to do stack inserters here. And I want this thing to say reds, and let's see, they stack to 200 apiece. So that's 2,000 times 4. So let's go with 8,000 and just call it at that, and there'll be a little bit of room down here, but that should fill this thing up completely. We'll do greens into this one. We're just going to do 8,000, and now we can do the next one up, which will require me to underground past it. Which we're going to do very tight and close. There's no reason to take up more space than you really need to up here. When every tile that we're building on, I have to manufacture and ship up here. Making a tighter build is probably going to benefit us very, very well. Okay, so this one, let's think about this. We've got red and greens. Then we're going to do military science here. We'll ask for 8,000. And beside the military science, we're going to go with blue science. I'm just going to kind of go in order here of how you see them on the screen up there. So then we're going to have purples. We'll ask for 8,000. And yellows here. And that gives us all of the normal science packs. They should be brought over here by the robots as soon as we put them into a passive provider chest. And we can grab what's in here and throw those also into passive provider chest. And I want to leave just the water in here. What happened? It's happening back on the planet, stuff being attacked. I thought that was for up here. I thought something happened. Something very unfortunate. So, that is a lot of robots. Look at the swarm. Oh, that's... Something about this is incredibly satisfying to me. Just all of the random colors of the bots floating and flying around right now. Just want to take a minute to soak this up and enjoy it. Alright. Good little minute. That's really nice. I like that. So now we're going to end up doing the exact same thing over here for this side. And the only difference for it is we are going to be requesting our rocket science packs over here. I believe that's what they're called, the rocket science packs. Let's take a look. Yes, rocket science packs. I'm terrible about remembering the names. Like yellow is utility, purple is production, blue is chemical, gray is military. It's easy to remember the military one because it's military. And then logistics is the green and automation is red. I usually just call them by their colors because it's you see that. Without hovering over to see the name, you say, oh, that color is red, unless you're colorblind, and then I'm not sure how that works. I don't understand the colorblindness very well, so I don't know what to tell you. But there is a colorblind mode, I think, for this game. Alright, we're going to request 8,000 of the rocket science to be brought right here, put on the line, and sent down. And when we start making them, they will show up out here. I will go ahead and build out this side so it'll be ready, and we can just start tossing in more science packs essentially into the requester chest at the end whenever we get the production chains going for them, and they will be brought over here for us by the robots. And having a setup already finished and ready to rock and roll will be nice. I do need to be careful. I only brought up a handful of these belts, so I need to make sure that I get the original line done right here that will get the rocket science. So that gives us all of our science packs here. Are we out of rocket science packs? Do we not have any at all? Because we had some. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, no, I think I know what this is. There's a chance, hold on, if I look in here, you'll see swarm safety. Logistics network smaller than 500 robots per level researched will not damage other objects when bots crash. So bots are crashing, and if I research swarm safety, every time I do, I get 500 additional number of robots I can have active, and it won't cause damage. So I'm actually going to grab this, and then you can do, just keep doing it, and it gets a little bit more expensive. It uses greens and reds. Let's see, that's 7 levels. 7 levels is 3,500 logistics robots I can have airborne at once, and I think that won't be too bad. For now, I am going to put down just more of this regular scaffolding out here. I want to get more pathway later, and I may regret that actually, because I need some of that scaffolding. Okay, I have some. I need that for rocket science. I don't want to use every bit of what I have up here. Okay, now if I put a filter stack inserter right here and a little bit of space belt and just say water barrels, filled water barrels. Let's here's water barrels. That'll just start working. Now I brought a lot of water barrels up here, so the question is, do I have storage? And I don't think I do. So I feel like I may need to make another storage warehouse, and I needed just a little bit of steel for that. We're going to make 2 of them. And then we will start using the empty barrels for research. Like I showed you, they're used in the rocket science packs, but not a lot of them. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with those empty barrels. And there is actually something you can do with them. You can recycle them back into steel. It gives you 1 steel, which is exactly what it costs to make a barrel. So you can turn every barrel back into steel. And the reason you would want to do that is a barrel stacks to 10, steel stacks all the way to 100, 10 times as much. So it will save you a lot of space transporting it if you turn it back into a steel plate. Oh, I have some science packs on me. We are going to toss those down. Oh, I have the rocket science. Well, let's let the bots have that rocket science. I was trying to figure out where it went and didn't even realize it's in my inventory. So, that can run down through there now. Well, we are already on Swarm Safety 4, so this is working well. Our nice little space science setup here. I do want to make sure I can see everything, and I think I can, but I'm going to throw a radar down here just in case. We have the extra power. And if this ends up becoming a problem, we can bring up more of these solar panels. I mean, we're running all of this off of 10 solar panels. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so it's clear that I have far more of the blue and yellow sciences up here than anything else, because all of the other ones, it took all of it. Yep. Wait a minute. Oh, I put 800. 8,000. It's a good thing to double check there. 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. That's better. Okay. So it may just be... Yeah, now I remember. I had a buffer issue where I had way more yellow science than anything else, and I brought more of it up here than anything else. So we will have extra of it sitting around up here. That's going to take a while to unload. So what we really should do, instead of doing that, I won't be able to land up here on this landing pad till it's empty. And it's not going to be empty anytime soon. Not at the rate in which we are moving through here. So I'm going to unload just empty water barrels into this. Not when I place it right next to it. Into this passive provider warehouse. And we are going to say water barrels. And now I don't need a filter inserter here. Now I only need a regular inserter, because nothing but water barrels will be here anyways. And let's make sure the bots take care of that. So we're good. We're pumping water like crazy. The fact that I have a bunch of lubricant in storage, and that is just emptying that from water barrels. It's perfect. We're going to make a lot of cosmic water, which is good. I need a lot of cosmic water because the next stage is going to be making the thermal fluid, which requires cosmic water and heavy oil. We already have that sitting over here. We have chemical gel being made. As soon as we get thermal fluid being made and can start using it, utilizing it, we can start the production chain for our rocket science packs. We will have to make a few things. In fact, let's go ahead and see. We need a space manufactory put down to build these things. I'm going to need a thermal radiator, which requires stuff that I already have on me. I need copper cable and some electric engines. I have a little bit of copper, but just a little bit. And we have electric engines somewhere right here. So we will make us some copper cable. It needed how much? 200 for one. We're going to make 300. Let's just make the 200 for right now. Oh. It's kind of an odd number. That's okay. We'll make a little bit extra. But I think for now we can do with one. Whoa, what's getting wrecked? Our wall is getting hit really hard on Novice. I will have to do something about that here eventually. Okay, and now, you know, you don't have to pick that up. There's a button to change the recipe. I just keep forgetting, and then I pick it back up and place it down. This button right here, the 2 gears, allows you to change the recipe. It'll take all the items out of it and give it back to you. So there's no real reason to pick it up like I am, other than that's kind of what I do. Again, I talked about the fact that there are things that I just do that I've done for a long time that aren't necessarily the way to do it. It's just how I do it. There. Change the recipe. See, I just demonstrated for you. I made 2 of these. I'm not sure if I needed 2. Space manufactory. So we have those. We need to polish these in a decontamination facility. So I need another decontamination facility. We're going to need a little bit more vulcanite block. Well, 1 additional vulcanite block. We'll make a few of these. There, 3. Because... No, so this is what's made in the supercomputer. This is made in a space manufactory. And this is done in the decontamination facility. So we just need to make this cool thermofluid. and we can set up the production line for getting our rocket science going. And the cool liquid fluid is made in this space manufactory monster. Let's see what the recipe looks like. I don't have cryonite yet, so we can't do that one. So we're going to need cosmic water, heavy oil, sulfur, iron, and copper. And it takes 2 copper plates to the 1 iron and 1 sulfur. So there's a reason why you might have noticed I brought a lot more copper up here than anything else. And that's on purpose, because we need a lot of copper. Okay. I would really like to do this right up here. That way I can just take off of here and run this way with our production lines, or actually up here some. I really wish I had more of the scaffolding, because I feel like I'm going to run out here shortly and I need it for the research. So we're going to have to look at what may be holding that up back on Novice and see if there's a way in which we can, encourage it to move faster. We want our outputs to this side. So we want heavy oil. Oh, I don't have space pipes. I've got regular pipes. That'll be a problem. Where are my space pipes? Right here. And then I can make the different kind of space pipes. And by that I mean these. There are undergrounds, which we are actually going to need, because we're going to have to underground the heavy oil and the cosmic water we'll need to underground. We can run it up to here, but then, or we could just underground the chemical gel out. That's what we'll do. This is a mess. I'll come up with a more pretty design for this later. Right now I'm just getting things rocking and rolling. Where's it? Made 1? It doesn't make 2? The normal craft makes 2 for you, so you have an input and an output. That makes this incredibly expensive. It was already expensive, but now it's just crazy. Why would you even do that? Okay, and this is heavy oil, which I need some more of these wonderfully expensive undergrounds. Is it finished? No, it's got 1 more to make. There we go. Now, as soon as I give this resources, it can start creating our thermofluid. Now we're going to heavily monitor this by controlling probably the sulfur input based off of our contents of the tank. Here's my pressure tank. So I can place one right here and it won't touch this. And now what I need to do is say there's a few ingredients that we need. One is iron plate, and we're going to ask for probably 200. One will be the copper plate. We need to ask for twice as many, so 400. And then we'll ask for 200 sulfur. And we are going to stack insert of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to limit this, as soon as I find my red wire, based off of our fluid amount. And I don't want this to run. Let's see, methane gas. Uh-oh. Are we able to do that? Here we go. Okay, so it's under the manufacturing tab. Thermofluid, 25 degrees Celsius, which is what's in here. And I want it to say you can only run when this is less than 5,000 is what we set for the other one. And we will adjust it if we need to, because I don't want this to consume all of our cosmic water. We've got 17K. Let's look at the recipe. It uses 1 cosmic water to make 10 thermofluid, so it really shouldn't consume all of our cosmic water. And I think we had a good bit of the heavy oil. Wait, we got 25K. We need to bring some more petroleum gas up here to make more chemical gel. But what we have now, we'll craft 5, 6, 7, 8 more of these because we're going to have to underground the chemical gel out. And if we need any of the other ones for anything. Now, let's look at the stages to get to this. We need a decontamination facility in order to polish our data substrate. So if I put one of these down and say polish with chemical gel, where is our input? So we need to move this slightly. Also, I want to make sure that I have more than one output so I can branch off this if I need to. But we're going to move this down so that that lines up properly. Right there. Like so. Now this needs all of our, what are they called? Polished or rough data substrates. I want, they stack to 104,000 brought right here to this chest. And look at the robots go. And then we're going to input, and that should just run. And this is a 100% chance it won't fail and make anything crazy, but we do need to output these. Watch the robots go. It's a beautiful sight. So that gets us the polish. Now we need a space manufactory in order to take these, add copper. Wow, and 6 copper to make 1 blank card. I'm just going to need to bring up a rocket full of copper and some red circuits. So let's do that one next. I do have more space manufactories, correct? Yes, I have just the one more. May have to make some more of those as well. What does that take, now that I'm thinking about it? Let's grab some of those. Heat shielding. Do I have heat shielding? I do. And I need cosmic water. Let's go over here next to our cosmic water. Something's in the way. I want you to make more of these. 2. We're going to get 1, 2 out of this. And then we're out of engines. That's fine. I may have more engines. And I may not. I do. Okay. But I don't know how many of these I need just yet. So I don't want to go crazy with them. But we are going to put down, and that didn't require any fluids, right? This is just, yes, just the crafting recipe. We're going to put this down right out here. What's in the way? It's a little bit of scrap in the way. We're going to put this down right here and say, this is what I want you to make, blank data cards. And then all we need to do is tell it what to grab. And I'm actually going to put down 3 of these. And then we will have 1 output. And we need to take that and combine it with green circuits and cool thermofluid. So we need to take this thermofluid and cool it down in this right here. And I'm definitely going to want this to go faster. I don't know how much of this cool thermofluid we're going to need. Let's put down a little bit more right over here. And it was one of these supercomputers. Yes, this is where you do the machine learning data. So let's throw the recipe in here, and I want a lot more than that. Let's grab as many as you can here. And so it looks like it puts the hot fluid back out. So then we're going to need to pump this back in, and I think the best way to do that would be something along these lines. So that'll take the hot fluid back out, put it back into here, which will allow you to cool it back down. So we've created a cycle here. And this has a chance to make several different things. We're going to need filter inserters here. So this has a chance to make scrap, or it looks like it may be making it every time, which is going to make it build up very quickly. So I want to find where scrap is somewhere. Here it is. And have two of these grabbing the scrap out, and one will grab the machine learning data out. Okay. We just automated the machine learning data card, which I do believe is the only thing we haven't automated for this, other than the vulcanite blocks, and I don't think I have solid rocket fuel up here. So we'll have to do that in the next episode because this is running a little bit long. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like my video, and if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time.